Do you want to know the 5 things that irritate real estate agents the most, especially from other real estate agents? For some reason, social intelligence with real estate people go right out the window, and I don't even know why. I'm Brian, your realtor mentor. Follow me, like my videos, and stay to the end. Leave a comment and DM me on the side if you want to talk afterwards. It's called having manners. It's the good stuff that your parents taught you when you were a little kid. Thank you, please. Good morning, how are you? Responding back in a timely manner. These are the things that, what your parents taught you. They wanted you to reflect on how you were raised. It's amazing when you see a little kid say, hello, how are you? Thank you. Hold the door for somebody. It doesn't have to be a man or woman. It's just common courtesy stuff. Well, there's the same things that go with, day-to-day social business stuff. And there's people that come into this business and don't know the proper etiquette on how to conduct business. When you're in the working world, there was a sense of urgency. There was making somebody feel like a customer. These are the things that your boss ingrained in your DNA. Well, that part of it is supposed to transition into real estate. And guess what? It gets completely missed, or they don't have no idea whatsoever. And it infuriates other agents when you don't return a call, when you don't respond to an email, you register an offer and they don't acknowledge it. And you have to do follow up constantly. And it makes you irritated that you have to do their job for them. So the first of the 5, obviously, is poor communication. Agents are unresponsive and slow to reply. Why? They think they're going to sandbag the listing, double-end it themselves, and figure a way of putting more money in their pocket. Wrong way to do the business. You can get written up for that. And when you finally get a hold of them, they don't have a heartbeat or a pulse. They're vague and they're unresponsive. You don't even know what the hell they're trying to do as far as sell their client's property. The second one is unprofessional conduct. The sub-tier to that is lack of courtesy, rudeness, condescending, dismissive, don't even give you the time of day, and you're just sitting there going, why am I doing this? The other sub-tier to that is disrespecting timeline. You have an irrevocable time for a response back. They don't even answer back. You have to call them to find out what's going on. And you know what they do? The standard answer is, well, my client thinks that, your offer isn't good enough. But why the hell didn't you frickin' tell me? Right then and there is a red flag. This deal is falling apart before it even gets going. The other part of unprofessional conduct is canceling appointments at the last minute. Listen, I know sometimes it's out of your control when clients decide to not show up and stand you up. And it's hard because when they don't call you to tell you that they're not going to show up, then you've got a loser on your hand. Sorry for saying it like that, but that's what happens. If they don't even have the common courtesy to let you know, then you better rethink your position with this client, because guess what? They are not going to do well by you. The other thing they don't get about that is, the person that's in the property, it could be the tenant or the owner. You've got to explain to them, or your colleague has to explain to them, the brokerage has to say, listen, they're canceling the appointment because they at least want to know what a good reason is. But if you come back with, they just didn't show up and they stood me up, boy, oh boy, you know what? You can get fined for that. And they just started doing that recently, so be careful. The third one is unethical or dishonest practices. Withholding information is a sub-tier to this. Concealing property issues or material facts could make the deal go south. And guess what? If it happens after the fact, somebody's going to get sued. The next one is dual representation tricks. This is when they put the other hat on and they're trying to do things in favor of their client by misrepresenting your client. It's almost like a two-faced situation. They're talking out of one side of the mouth and then saying something to the other side. And that ends up getting to be a big problem. The other part of unethical or dishonest practices is backroom deals. Bribing somebody or giving an incentive cash is going to make the deal turn into something that's horrible, and legally it's detrimental to everybody. The fourth one is overly aggressive or combative behavior. Making negotiations personal and turning it into something that is aggressive and making it turn into a conflict or a fight is just so wrong. Unnecessary posturing. Being obstinate and standing up to your colleague and making the deal sort of flatlined isn't good for anybody, and it leaves a bad taste in your client's mouth and their client's mouth. The fifth one, And one of my favorites is lack of competence and poor preparation. This one drives me absolutely. I end up, because I'm, 15 years in the business, feeling like I'm a school teacher grading somebody's paper. First of all, they don't take the time to review the documents before they submit them, and they don't do their homework when preparing the paperwork. Everything has to be exact. This is a contract. And you know what? It can be litigated if you don't do things properly. But it blows my mind when people don't even do simple things like spell check their clauses or the timelines and the dates. When you have to go back and correct everything for them, it's just miserable, because you're sitting there and you see all these marks going through the documents, and your client's going, why are you doing all these corrections? And you're saying to yourself, I have to, in order to protect you. I don't want to put the guy or lady down, but guess what? They're doing schoolboy, schoolgirl mistakes in multi-million dollar deals. And you're sitting there saying to yourself, this guy is going to get paid more commission than I am, and he can't even do his paperwork properly. What is with that? If you're a good agent, and I mean it like in the most sincere way, if you're a good agent, you should extend your hand to those that probably don't know what they're doing. I know it may mean like more work for you, but you know what? It sends a good message to the other person, and that you can be helpful. Sometimes, them having to call a broker that they can't get a hold of may not be in the best interest of everybody and for the timeliness of making the deal complete. I always believe in helping the other agent and showing them how you can be professional. And I always tell them, listen, if I try to do something illegal, I'm the one that's going to get into a problem. But I'm trying to say to them, listen, let's work together. And I think that sends a clear message. And then down the road, if you ever cross paths with them again, they're always going to say, wow, that was a great experience. Actually, I have one agent that went on my Google review and left a message saying what a great person that I was to deal with, and very professional. And that goes a long way when other clients look and they see an agent leave a good remark. And I've done it myself, and it sends a good message to them, especially too when you're in another area, real estate area, like in Hamilton or out in St. Catharines, and you say something nice to them, because you know what, at the end of the day, it's not going to affect your business, but it's just going to send something out there to somebody, like positive energy, that they've got a good reputation, and it goes a long way. Anyways, that's it. Those are the 5 things for me. I'm Brian, your Realtor Mentor. Follow me. Leave a comment. Leave a DM on the side if you want to talk to me. And I look forward to hearing from you.